Hello there, a very warm welcome to Business Digest. My name is Diana Iriza, I am your host, and as you know, on each and every episode we keep you on the loop on the business events that happen within the country. Let us have a look at what we have on today's episode.
Rwanda Development Board has awarded 11 outstanding individuals and private companies during its 6th edition of the Business Excellence Awards. The 2018 RDB Business Excellence Awards, held under the theme In Pursuit of Business Excellence, celebrated efforts made by both corporate and small medium-sized enterprises in Rwanda. The awards an opportunity for the local business community to come together and celebrate business development and success. Officiating the event, Rwanda Development Board CEO Claire Kamanzi noted the importance of the awards to celebrate the contribution of the private sector, especially when good results have been registered.
You're still watching Business Digest. We're coming to you from the RDB Business Excellence Awards, where 11 categories of business ventures were categorized in this award event, and the overall winner was I&M Bank. We also got to listen to the CEO of RDB that got to explain to us the importance of the Visit Rwanda campaign and how it has enhanced and boosted tourism in Rwanda, and also how these small business ventures and even medium and small enterprises can benefit from this kind of campaign, and also how it has attracted different partnerships with companies such as Alibaba.
2018, again, another reason to really acknowledge the milestones that we were able to reach. We entered very strong and important partnerships that we hope will help to drive investments and exports in our country. First, as you know, we entered a partnership with Alibaba, the electronic World Trade Platform, which has a huge potential to promote exports from Rwanda. And I want you to know that because Alibaba has opened doors for us to export horticulture, to export beef, processed meat, to promote tourism, to promote coffee, and they cannot wait for you, the entrepreneurs of Rwanda, to produce these products and sell them on their platform. It's a ready market, it's a really big Chinese market, and it's a huge opportunity. We want to highlight that this is a platform that the government was able to enter in 2018, and please take advantage of it, both you in the room and outside the room.
Business Excellence Awards met our expectations. One, because we had a good number of companies participate, because it takes a company to decide to make an application in order to be considered. So we had over 100 companies that participated, which was a good number. So it meant that companies are eager to participate, which is something that we want the brand of Business Excellence Awards to continue growing. The second one is that we had very good companies that participated. If you look at the kind of work that the companies do and the impact they have for the economy, whether it's in innovation or even made in Rwanda, the products are very different, from clothing to construction materials to ornaments, very different products. And so seeing the diversity and the growth of the new products that are on the market again met our expectations, because what we really want to see is diversification of people, of the business players in our economy, but also to see more and more new products coming on the market. And so to that extent, we're happy, we're satisfied that the participation was good, but the quality of participation was also good.
Now, one last question. Now, one thing you mentioned is that the exports in Rwanda have grown by 15%. What do you think triggered that?
Well, exports grew from January 2018 to September 2018, so the first 3 quarters, because the results of the last quarter hasn't come. But it's really diversification. If you look at African Improved Foods, for example, and what they are exporting, they've really grown. They've almost reached $30 million of exports, which is something that wasn't there 3 years ago. And so I think the main source of growth has come from diversification and new products being on the market, but we want to see more and more of that.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah.
The categories of the award this year were Investor of the Year, Emerging Investor of the Year, Exporter of the Year, Emerging Exporter of the Year, Innovator of the Year, Woman Entrepreneur of the Year, Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Made in Rwanda Enterprise of the Year, Emerging Made in Rwanda Enterprise of the Year, the Service Provider of the Year, and SME of the Year. The Investor of the Year award was given to the I&M Bank Rwanda, while the Emerging Investor Award was given to Afri Precast, a factory that manufactures precast concrete products.
It was a big surprise. We were up against some worthy competitors, which makes it even sweeter in terms of the winning. But we don't invest to win awards. It's a nice recognition. We were here last year. We won Service Provider of the Year last year, so we didn't think that we would be in the running. But we've made some important investments. We've created a new platform for our organization, for our bank, so that we can grow and innovate further and continue to make a contribution. When we first came to Rwanda in 2012, it was not to win an award, but to invest, expand our network, and obviously make a contribution to the economy of Rwanda.
Okay, there's so many young entrepreneurs and young business owners out there that would want to achieve the same thing you just achieved today. What kind of advice would you have for them?
Well, you saw I shared the stage this evening with a young entrepreneur who won in Investor of the Year, using products that are almost traditional products, but making something slightly different. I think he could have had innovator in terms of what he's been doing. But from young entrepreneurs, first of all, there's people out there that want to support you. There's support from various areas in terms of we're looking for collateral support, looking for business advice. There's people out there, and never say no. Never accept no. If you believe in your product, in what you're trying to deliver, don't let anybody discourage you, because sometimes it's the tenacious people that succeed, and that's even some of the big companies now started small. We saw one of the winners today started off with 2 customers. They now have 4,000. They didn't get discouraged, and I'm sure they struggled in the beginning to raise finance, to get backing. But I think that's the key to success.
Africa Improved Foods being one of the Business Excellence Awards winners, Business Digest got to feature this business venture to get an insight on every aspect that contributed to its winning.
So we won the awards of Exporter of the Year for 2018. So what does it mean for African Improved Foods? So this means for us, it's kind of encouragement. It's recognition of what we've been doing in terms of export. So in 2018, we exported products of a value of around $30 million US. And if you look at what we do, 80% of our sales is export. So that award gives us a kind of encouragement to even continue doing more and search for new market, new export market, and increase what we do as an exporter. Yeah, I think looking back to 2 years of operations, I would name the biggest achievement of African Improved Food as being able to produce nutritious food on a daily basis that can feed 1.5 million people per day. So for us, that's a good achievement. I would say having stable operations, being able to produce that, at that level. And of course, when you do all those things, you don't really do it to get an award. You do it because you work hard. So our mission is to really fight malnutrition, prevent it, and our target is really to being able to see that the level of malnutrition reduce year by year, not only in Rwanda but also in the region. So another achievement I would say is that we managed to increase the raw material that we buy locally. So by working closely with more than 24,000 farmers, providing post-harvest handling services in order to really also prevent the issue of aflatoxin, which is also a food safety issue.
A private company producing nutritious products intended mostly to young children, pregnant and breastfeeding women. In 2017, the company opened its manufacturing facility in Kigali, Rwanda, to address malnutrition and stunting in the country and the East Africa region by producing and distributing high-quality nutritious foods made with locally grown maize and other ingredients.
So the main challenge we've been facing since we started was being able to buy the raw material you need to use locally. And as you know, when you import raw material, your production cost is going high, especially in a landlocked country. So the main challenge was getting what you want as raw material in the country. So, but on that, so currently there are, so in Rwanda we are mainly buying maize and soybean, and there are products that we cannot find here in Rwanda, like milk powder. It is imported. The vitamins and the mineral that we use to enrich our product, those are imported. Some soybean oil is imported. So those are the raw material that we mainly import. So the biggest now part of maize we use now we can find in Rwanda, thanks to the collaboration we have made with cooperatives and also with the Ministry of Agriculture, the Rwanda Agriculture Board, to really put in place some measures to fight aflatoxin and improve the quality of raw material.
Block Bonds announced the rollout of the first blockchain-based platform, SPEN. The platform is a mobile banking application that will enable Rwandans to make a range of financial transactions. This platform was developed by Block Bonds, a Norwegian financial technology company that is working to formally financially include the unbanked population, which remains relatively high in the country. The application allows smartphone users to transact and pay for goods and services. It uses a different model whereby it removes the need for cash by digitalizing national currencies. Business Digest got to speak to the communication officer of SPEN to explain to us the works of this blockchain platform and what exactly digital currency is.
Digital currency is the future. It's another way of keeping your money. Instead of keeping your money in your pockets, you are now given the opportunity to keep it in a digital account if you have a smartphone, so you can keep your money safe and you can do borderless transactions between people from far distances. So it's a part of the African countries that are going to go cashless. Like also here in Rwanda, the government has pointed out that they're going to get all Rwandans go cashless. So this is just another way to keep your money instead of having in your own pockets. First idea was that we saw that almost 2 billion people, billions around the world, that don't have the same opportunity that most people take for granted, like having a bank account. So they have to be a part of the cash society. And we would like to make a change, so we're giving everyone the same opportunity to make the world financially connected. So you can combine both the banked population together with the unbanked population and give the opportunity to actually be a part of the cashless society. So the motivation was like make the world financially connected and give opportunity to people that have never given opportunity to first have a bank account and also have the same opportunity to be a part of the cashless society. We're cooperating with INM Bank here in Rwanda, so it's a bank product. And at the beginning we had a lot of people that were downloading our application SPEN, and they were really appreciated, so they can actually be part of getting a first bank account and actually be connected with the bank population. And we set up an office, so we have people working with marketing, we're working with sales, and we have a country manager. So we are, yesterday I went in the fields and see how we are actually working and met the stores, met the users. So I think the runners have really appreciated the possibility to go cashless, and many people have embraced it and used it in their daily life. So our vision is to make people use spend in their daily life so they can go cashless throughout the year. And we're also giving people in Rwanda opportunity to be what we call as a spend power, that you can do top-ups and cash out. So we're building a network where people can actually go meet the spend store through our application, through our Google Map, and you meet and you do a top-up, and you can also do a cash out if you need the cash for any reason.
Block bonds are also targeting to attract more users. To achieve this, the bank it is partnering with has made an initial investment of $50,000 into a reward program where existing users of Spend application who help register new users can get a certain commission fee. Already they say there are more than 500 retailers across the city of Kigali that have signed up with Spend, but the overall target is to get more retailers to sign up and integrate more services into the system. The World Bank's 2017 Global Financial Inclusion Index, known as Findex survey, which was launched in April, found that 800 million people gained access to the world's formal financial system between 2011 and 2017. The Findex survey showed that technology, specifically the spread of mobile phones and the use of mobile internet, was largely responsible for the 18% drop in financial exclusion among the world's adult population. However, although Spend seems to be a viable solution, some financial experts say that this may not be a relevant solution meant for people in rural areas where most people have limited or no access to financial services as well as smartphones.
The government in Rwanda are having a vision that they want Rwandans go cashless. I believe it's a modern society. They really are bent forward. And we were so lucky that we are getting in contact with I&M Bank, that is a bent-forward bank. They would like to take the position as a first mover, and so they all were really welcoming the Spend application. So we work and we're going to launch in different countries throughout both in Africa, in Asia, in South America in the future. But the Rwandans were really excited by launching this kind of product because they are now giving the opportunity to all Rwandan people to make free transactions, and that is not possible before Spend came.
This is where we end up tonight's show, but I want to thank you for watching. Big shout outs to our sponsors, Bank of Kigali. Thank you for watching and have a good night.